Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. The Mercedes-Benz 300 SL, chassis code W198, is a two-seat sports car which was produced by Mercedes-Benz as a Gullwing coupe, 1954 to 1957, and roadster, 1957 to 1963. It was based on the company's 1952 racer, the W194, with mechanical direct fuel injection which boosted power almost 50% in its 3-liter overhead camshaft straight-six engine. Capable of reaching a top speed of up to 263 km per hour, 163 miles per hour, it was a sports car racing champion and the fastest production car of its time. Max Hoffman, Mercedes-Benz's United States importer at the time, inspired the 300 SL and saw an American market for such a car. The company introduced the 300 SL in February 1954 at the International Motorsports Show in New York City, instead of Europe, to get it into US buyers' hands sooner. SL is the short form for Superlight in German, Superleicht, Mercedes' first use of the designation, referring to the car's racing-bred light tubular frame construction. The 300 SL was voted the sports car of the century in 1999. Origin in the W194 racing car. The 300 SL traces its origin back to a racing sports car, the Mercedes-Benz W194. Daimler-Benz decided to race in 1951, and built a sports car for this purpose. Mercedes' largest engine was developed, the M186, shared by the 300 Adenauer Saloon, W186, and the luxury 300S two-seat Tourer, W188. Racing successes in 1952 were somewhat surprising as the W194 engine was fitted only with carburetors, producing 175 horsepower, 130 kilowatts, less than competing cars by Ferrari and Jaguar and the 300 SL road car introduced in 1954. Low weight and low aerodynamic drag made the W194 fast enough to be competitive in endurance races. Mercedes-Benz developed a new version for the 1953 racing season by adding fuel injection and 16-inch wheels. The gearbox was installed on its rear axle. Its body was made of electron, a magnesium alloy, which reduced its weight by 85 kilograms, 187 pounds. Mercedes-Benz decided not to race this alloy car, choosing instead to begin participating in Formula One in 1954. Later versions revised the body to lower air resistance, and did not continue the transmission arrangement. Origin of the 300 SL. Mass production of the 300 SL was not initially planned. The idea of a toned-down Grand Prix car for affluent performance enthusiasts in the booming post-war American market was suggested by Max Hoffman at a 1953 directors' meeting in Stuttgart. Mercedes' new general director, Fritz Koneck, agreed to Hoffman's order for 1,000 cars. The 300 SL was introduced at the February 1954 New York International Auto Show instead of the Frankfurt or Geneva shows, where company models usually debuted. Production of a smaller roadster, the Mercedes-Benz 190 SL, was announced 10, after Hoffman ordered another 1,000 of the roadsters. The 300 SL and the 190 SL premiered at the 1954 New York show. Mercedes-Benz experienced a positive visitor response to both, and production began at the Sindelfingen plant in August of that year. Mercedes-Benz did not announce what the abbreviation SL meant when the car was introduced. Magazines and company officials have called it Sportleicht and Superleicht, light. It was called Sportleicht on the company website until 2017, when SL was changed to Superleicht after a chance finding in the corporate archives. The 300 SL has a tubular frame on a steel chassis, with a steel body attached to the frame. To reduce weight, its bonnet, doors, dashboard, and boot lid are aluminum. An additional 80 kilograms, 176 pounds, could be eliminated with an expensive all-aluminum body, but only 29 were made. Depending on the rear axle ratio, fuel consumption was 17 liters per 100 kilometers, 14 miles per US gallon, 17 miles per imperial gallon.